Hey, this is Lori, and today's video is all about financial health. And I've got a question for you. Are you putting the holiday purchases this season on credit cards and accumulating debt? If you are, I want to inspire you to stop the cycle. And in doing so, I think I should just share with you a little bit of my story with accruing debt. And it didn't actually start with the holiday season. However, I know for a lot of people, that's how the cycle gets going or worsens. So when I was 18 years old, I was given credit cards right out of high school, and I thought, wow, this is fantastic. This is awesome. You know, I'm so grown up now that I have these credit cards. Well, by the age of, I don't know if it's 22, I had about 17 credit cards, thousands of dollars worth of debt. I had a car payment, a couple of personal loans, and at the time I was dancing and I thought, oh, I have more than enough money. This is nothing. This is no big deal. But what ended up happening is when I wanted to stop dancing, I had all this debt and I was really not being very smart about it. And because I just didn't know what to do, I just stopped paying on all my credit cards and I stopped opening up the envelopes and I just let things go. Well, as a result of doing that, I had a jaywalking ticket that had come in the mail and I didn't even want to look at it because I was so overwhelmed. It ended up being, because I had neglected it, they ended up suspending my driver's license because it went so long. Not only that, did I live in an apartment that I moved out of, and I did not keep the paperwork showing that I signed off and moved out of my apartment sooner. And my roommate was allowed to live in the apartment rent-free, and I was sued for it. So here I am, like 22 years old. I had my driver's license suspended. I had been sued by my former apartment, leaser, or landlord. I also had my car repossessed. I had so many things happening to me, and I just remember the world crashing down. And it all started with really being very financially irresponsible and not wanting to open up and deal with what I was doing. I really wasn't empowered, and I kept making purchases thinking, oh, it's no big deal, I can take care of this later, I can take care of this later. And what was funny is that I actually had the money at the time, but instead I just charged it. And once those little purchases built up to such a large amount, I freaked out and I didn't know what to do about it. So I just, held up the blinders and kind of ran away with the tail between my legs. And for 10 years, I suffered with major credit card drama, with collectors calling my home and lawsuits. It was just not a fun place to be in. And I swore that I would never put myself in that position again. And now I have children who are growing up and they look at credit cards and they're like, oh, I can't wait till I get one of those. And they'll even see gift cards at stores and think that there's money already on them. And I can tell that children don't really understand how money works. And if you're going through the holiday season right now and you're putting purchases on credit card debt, you're teaching your children a very big character lesson right now. You're teaching them to put themselves in a position where they're no longer empowered financially. So one of the things that I've done is several years ago, I stopped making crazy Christmas purchases and buying things just for the sake of buying them and fitting in and feeling approved, and everybody else was doing it. And I got really creative and started doing different things. And now when I make purchases, I only make purchases that are investments. I don't buy things for my kids just because it's the holiday season and I'm supposed to do it. And I really teach my kids about what money and credit card debt is all about. And it really starts with me showing them that I'm not going to put myself in a compromised financial place just to fit in with the rest of what society is doing. And also, I recognize that we live a pretty simple life. I don't like a lot of clutter, and I notice that clutter kind of kills creativity. So when all of this stuff comes in from the outside, it's like, it's overwhelming, and it's not something that I enjoy. So we end up donating most of the things that come our way. Because if I don't love it and I don't use it, then I'm not going to keep it. But the main idea that I want to inspire and I want to instill, especially if you're a parent out there and your children are watching you, is to show them that this is what real character is that you're not doing things, one, just for the sake of doing it because the holiday season and you're feeling pressured to do it, and also two, that you're staying within your means and you're showing that you're respecting your money by not spending money that you don't already have. I know for myself, I am not in debt and I am in the process of building wealth for myself. And it has been a roller coaster through my life, but I definitely made the decision that this is something that's not going to be part of my life and that I want to feel liberated. And Wayne Dyer said that debt is decidedly unspiritual. So if you're wanting to feel light in your life and you're wanting to feel free, the last thing you're going to do or want to do is to put debt and more pressure on yourself. So be wise this holiday season. Don't go buying things just for the sake of buying things and putting them on credit card debt and using money that you don't have. It takes true character to step up and to keep yourself out of that hole than it does to buy gifts on credit cards and putting yourself in debt. So that's my message for you today. If you have things that you'd like to share about creative ways that you like to spend the holidays without putting yourself in financial stress, I would love to hear it in the comments below. And if you also want to stay in the loop, I would love for you to go over to Life by Lori and put your name down on the email list and you will get a message from me every week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye, guys.